Okay class, so today we are going to study about electric motor. We also, in this case specifically, we are going to study the DC motor. Now what is an electric motor? An electric motor is a device for converting electrical energy into mechanical energy. So it requires electrical energy and then it converts that electrical energy into mechanical energy. Thus, we can say that electric motor is the reverse of an electric generator. We know there are two types of electric motors. One is AC motor and other is DC motor. But here we are specifically discussing only DC motors. Okay. The electric appliances in our home like fan, air conditioner, coolers, washing machine, they all work on the principle of electric motor. They all have electric motors installed in them for their working. Okay, so what is the principle on which electric motor works? The principle of electric motor is when a coil carrying current is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque. Okay, as a result of this torque, the coil begins to rotate. Okay, so this is the principle on which this electric motor works. Now we will talk about its construction. So the first part is armature coil. It consists of a rectangular coil ABCD of insulated copper wire. So you can see in this figure, this is a armature coil which is rectangular in shape and it is made up of copper wire. Okay, so ABCD is a armature. Fine. Now next is a strong field magnet. So you can see here are two strong field magnets. One is of north pole and the other is depicting the south pole. Armature coil is placed between two pole pieces, north and south poles of a strong magnet. This magnet provides a strong perpendicular magnetic field. Okay. Now next is split rings. As you see, the P and Q are split rings. Why are we saying these are split rings? Because these are two halves of a complete ring. It consists of two halves P and Q of a metallic ring. The two ends of armature coil are connected to these two halves of the ring. Inner sides of P and Q are connected to an axle. Okay, so these P and Q are connected to the armature coil. Fine. Now next is brushes. There are two brushes if you see X and Y. Brushes, two carbon brushes X and Y are touched with rings P and Q. These brushes act as contacts between split rings and the terminals of the battery. A battery is there which is connected across the carbon brushes and this battery supplies the current to the armature coil. Fine. So this is a setup for electric motor and it is a battery present here. These are two split rings P and Q. These are two brushes which have just touched to the split rings. Okay, X and Y, and these are connected to the different arms of this armature coil ABCD. Now what is the working of this electric motor? So if we talk about the working of this electric motor, what happens as a battery is present, so as we switch on the circuit, from this battery electric current starts to flow and it enters this through split ring P, brush X, and through from A to B, through C to D, it leaves the circuit through brush Y. Fine. So it flows from A to B, C to D, and then it comes out. Fine. So this is a now according to Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, according to Fleming's left hand rule, what is the direction of the magnetic field between these two? We know that the direction of magnetic field is always from north to south. Therefore here this is the direction of magnetic field. Fine. So if we apply Fleming's left hand rule here, this is the direction of magnetic field and this is the direction of current in arm AB. So if we apply Fleming's left hand rule, what does Fleming's left hand rule says? That if your forefinger points in direction of magnetic field, your center finger points in direction of current, and your thumb points in direction of force, and if these three are perpendicular to each other, acting perpendicular to each other, then if we apply this Fleming's left hand rule, as the direction of current is this, so and magnetic field, the direction of magnetic field is this and direction of current is this. Okay, so when we apply this, you can see the current is flowing from A to B, so the direction of current is this. From north to south, the direction of magnetic field this. So the thumb points in the direction of the force applied. So what is the direction of force? In which direction this arm AB will experience force? It will experience the force downwards, okay, or we can say inwards. Fine. So what is the direction of force in arm AB? It is inwards or downwards. Now when we move to CD, okay, when we move to arm CD, direction of magnetic field is this and direction of current is this from C to D. So what will be the direction of force? Direction of force will be outwards, or we can say upwards. Fine. So by this we came to know that this arm AB will be shifted downwards and this CD will come upwards. Fine. So if in the starting, when the current flows, arm AB goes downwards and arm CD comes upwards. Fine. Now after half rotation, what will happen? As this arm CD, if I explain you with this, now let us suppose this is arm AB, okay, and this is arm CD. Fine. So as this arm AB is moving downwards and arm CD is moving upward, so after half rotation, what will happen? See, now what happened? CD came at this side and AB came at this side. Fine. So now they have exchanged their positions, and you can see here that arm CD has now come to this side and arm BD has now come to this side, AB, after half rotation. Now if you see the direction of the current, now earlier the direction of current was from A to B, C to D, but now the direction of current is now D to C and B to A. So the direction of current has been changed, and as these split rings are connected with these arms of the armature, so when they change their position, these split rings will also change their position. Therefore, that is why Q is here and P has come here. Now what will happen? If we apply Fleming's left hand rule, in this case, what will happen? CD, the magnetic field is in this direction and current is in this direction. So the force is now again downwards. Now in this case, CD will experience a downward force, and if we apply here, the current is in this direction, magnetic field here, so force will be in upward direction. So arm AB will now experience force in upward direction. Fine. So what will happen now? Again arm CD will go down and arm AB will come up. Fine. So this will get repeated after every half rotation. The arms will exchange their position, the split rings will exchange their position, and once after a full rotation, we will again get this armature ABCD as the initial position. Fine. So this is a working. In this way, the arm rotates continuously, and thus it converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So this was all about the working of an electric motor.